Hey, lovely people, welcome to Internet Storytime with C. I am so glad you're here. On this channel, we dive into the juiciest internet story times, sharing relatable tales, wild experiences, and everything in between. So, grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get the story time started.
These are the craziest things I did while in psychosis. Turned out super strong with number one. I masturbated in prayer. I believe I was married to God and I was God's wife. I believe I was a goddess, something like Oshun or one of those African goddesses. And I believed that I was like nature and light and like just super beautiful. You get the vibe. And I masturbated in prayer. Number two, I quit my job because I believed my manager thought that he was my master and I was his slave. My manager never said this, but my manager is white and I'm obviously black. So I just came to this conclusion. I was just in my head thinking about it one day at work in the middle of psychosis, and my thoughts went led to another, and I just quit my job and I yelled at him. I made a big deal. I threw food all over the place. I threw food at customers. I did a bad job that day. Yeah. Number three, I got back with my abusive ex-boyfriend. Now this man used to fucking do jujitsu leg locks on me like a snake wrapped around their prey. One time we were in a taxi cab and I had to call the taxi cab away from him, and the cab pulled up and he was in the taxi cab waiting for me. And he fucking put me in a leg lock in the back of a taxi cab, and taxi driver did fucking nothing, just sat there and watched me in a fucking leg lock. Like a fucking snake and like a fucking prey on his. Come on, can I say it correctly? Like snake with their prey. There we go. Number four, I believed a rich white man was gonna find me and marry me because I was so beautiful. I was gonna be his chocolate milk dud. That never happened, obviously. But I would get dressed up, super cute, super fresh, take nice long showers, do my hair super nice, my nails done, go outside in hopes of finding that rich white man to take me away from my poverty life. Number five, I gave away all my clothes, all my sneakers, all my furniture, my social security card, my ID, my laptop, my phone to Salvation Army. I packed up all my stuff in black plastic bags and put it out Salvation Army because I thought that a rich white man was gonna come and marry me. I need all my belongings. I need like to pack the least amount of stuff possible because we're gonna move into his house. He's gonna buy me new things, so I just threw everything away. Number six, I believe that my soulmate, which I had not met yet, I believe I can feel his presence. So you know when somebody passes away and like their presence is with you? I believe that my future soulmate presence was with me in my room and that he was watching me and observing me. So I would act as such. I don't want to get into detail of what I was doing, but I was doing some freaky stuff in that room. Like, anyways, I just believe that he was watching me and that his presence was with me in the room. Super crazy, right? Seven, lastly, I believed I was a ballerina. I bought point shoes, dresses, skirts, t-shirts, the whole 9 yards. I even signed up for a fucking Nutcracker and auditioned. I believed I was a fucking ballerina, and in my past life, I believed that. Even though I never danced and did ballet a day in my motherfucking life. I've been here for 24 years, I never fucking did ballet once. But in psychosis, I believe I was a full-blown ballerina. Those are the craziest things I did while in fucking psychosis. I love y'all. Deuces, motherfuckers.
They about to admit me to psych.
You don't know
My pills.
Looks like you're mine now, Adora.
I was in psychosis for about 5 days. By myself, nobody knew, I was home alone. This is what I did from day 1 to day 5. So the first day I woke up very early in the morning. I remember I believed I was an angel. And I was really trying to embody this angel character by doing speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. So my thoughts would come through and I would try not to think negative thoughts. I would shoot them away really fast. Like, get away from me, you're dirty. I'm holier than thou, and I can't think negative thoughts. Even when I interacted with people, I was being super positive and just trying to act like an angel and just trying to be like as holy as possible. This lasted for a few hours, and I was at work while I was doing this, so I was really engaging with people. And when people, I was scooping ice cream at the time. I was scooping ice cream. And when they were coming with their kids and got ice cream, I would smile really big and be super nice. And then it took a drastic turn to me believing I was a slave. I noticed that my boss was white, and then I looked at my hand and noticed, oh shit, I'm black. Like, I'm a slave. And on the wall, it was a big sign, like yes and a no sign. And I remember me thinking in my head, am I a slave? And my head did like this. It turned by itself because I was having derealization, depersonalization, and also dissociation with psychosis. So I was having, like, my body was moving by itself. I was disconnected from my body as well. So my head moved by itself, it felt like, and looked at the word yes, and it said, yes, you are a slave. Like, you know, I said yes, so in my head, I'm a slave. And I was watching I'm gonna call him my master, what the fuck? Watching my boss clean the table, and in my head I thought, is that my master? And then my head turned again, and it was the word yes, and I started bugging out in the middle of the restaurant. I'm not a fucking slave, you're not my fucking master, I might be black, but I'll fuck you up. I'm nobody's slave, going off, throwing food, throwing ice cream. I ended up leaving out of there, lost my job, not quit, but lost regardless. And I don't remember what I did, honestly. I think I have amnesia, I was blacked out, but I was blacked out for about 2 days. The third day, I remember it was about like noon when I came back to my senses a little bit, still in psychosis, mind you. But I was smoking a blunt, and I was walking outside, and I found a key underneath a box, underneath a trash can, and I believe this key belonged to my father. That the key would open a vault in Africa, because my father's originally from Africa. Mind you, my dad hasn't been to Africa in 17 years. He hasn't been to Africa since he was a kid. So I believe that the key was to a vault in Africa that had a lot of money, and I need to get this key to my father ASAP. Like I said, nobody was home, and I didn't see anybody for these days, so I didn't run into my father. But I had put the key on my bed when I went home, and I had put yes and no on a paper. And I would close my eyes, and I told you I was disconnected from my body, so my body was moving. It felt like it was moving without my permission because I was so disconnected from myself. So I put yes and no on a paper, and I was asking questions, and I would close my eyes, and wherever my eyes would land, if it landed on a yes, that was my answer. If it landed on a no, that was my answer to whatever question I was asking. I remember I randomly read a book, and that the words in the book were speaking to me, like they were jumping off the page. For example, I would see the word faint in a book, and I would believe it was telling me to faint. I would see the word skip in a book, and I would believe it was telling me to skip. Like literally skip. So things like that. I would see things in the book, words would pop off the page, and I would believe it was speaking to me. And I was acting out these words from the book for a long time, and then I don't know how, I believed I felt my future soulmate's presence. And I believed that there was a man in the room with me. I could feel him like breathing at me, looking at me. I couldn't see him physically, like when somebody passes away and they like give their presence with you. I believe my future soulmate, my future husband's presence was with me. I was single at the time, so I believed like he was in the room with me. So I did my makeup, I did my hair, I got dressed up, dolled up, so I wanted to look sexy for him because he could see me and he can feel me, or I don't really know how the fuck that works. I remember I went to go find him because like I was cooped up in the house. I'm like, I can't find him here. I go out. So now it's like midday. I'm out in the streets, full-blown psychosis. Nobody knows. And I remember every time I would trip or I would twitch, I believed it was like a sign, like the world was talking to me. So I was walking and thinking in my head, and if I was thinking like, should I get ice cream, I would trip, and I would be like, the world giving me a sign that I need to go get ice cream. Or if I'm walking and I'm thinking, should I go to the bathroom at the store, and my skin would start, my face would start twitching, I think there's a sign that in the universe telling me, yes, you need to go get some ice cream, go use the bathroom. Mind you, I'm in psychosis, so these are like very delusional hallucination thoughts. I ended up never finding the rich white man that I was gonna come marry me, or my boyfriend, my future soulmate. I never found him, so I went home and I ended up masturbating in prayer. I believed I was like a beautiful goddess. I believe I was married to God now, because I don't know why, but I was like in this love theme, and I just believed I was married to God, and one thing led to another, and I ended up masturbating in prayer, and I feel terrible about this. I have written too many letters to God. I have repented so many times about this. It's just to show y'all how deep psychosis really can get. After I did that, I remember me selling all my belongings. This is the next day now. The next day in the morning, I woke up and I sold all my belongings because I was still stuck on the rich white man coming to find me. So I sold all my belongings, my social security card, all my clothes, all my bedding, all my actual bed itself, mirrors. I sold my whole entire room, my whole entire house basically. Even my dad's belongings, his girlfriend stuff. I sold the whole entire house. Just let you know, I literally moved everything like from one block to the next block and put it outside. Yeah. I remember me coming back and looking into the bathroom mirror like this. I was looking at myself and I was like, my body was distorting itself. I was getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier and skinnier until like I looked like a fucking toothpick. And then out of nowhere, I heard a voice yell at me and say, go to church. Very loud. Go to church. Just like boom, hit my head. So what did I do? Middle psychosis, I went to church. And then I don't remember what happened at the church. All I know is I ended up in hospital. I know a couple days passed, and I don't know what the fuck happened in those couple days, but I came back to reality because I was on a lot of medications, and I got a mental psych ward, and next thing you know, kind was back, and boom. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what I did while I was in psychosis.
And that's all, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button for more juicy stories.